with your hosts,
Not afraid.
Mike Can.
You busy.
UnregularRadio.com.
Welcome to the Two Hotheads on Cannabis. The people got to be free. The Rascals opening up the show. I am one of the co-hosts, Mike Can. Heather Mack's running a little behind. Got some red line issues today in the city. They shut the trains down again.
Oh, my.
Every weekend that seems to happen now. So Heather will be joining us very shortly. But, yeah, that's a good opener because the people do got to be free.
Yes, sir.
And that's some of what we did today. We were down at the offices of the Attorney General, Martha Coakley. And we had a nice little rally down there with the King of Pot, this radio show, some folks from the station, Free Mass Media, and Dig Boston showed up too to cover it. We're very excited. A good crowd, a good group of activists out in the street. We were chanting, giving out speeches, educating the public, waving to police officers that were following us around for a little while. It was a good time all around. So yeah, we're very excited, and in the studio we're going to have quite a few of the Occupy Martha Coakley folks in a little bit later, and we'll be talking about what we did today and how it went. And you know the number, it's 617-606-4122, and the King of Pot's going to be coming in. He was all fired up today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was really fired up. He had that passion going. He was talking about passion. Yeah, he's back. You know him, thekingofpot.com. And this is the Two Hotheads on Cannabis. The phone number is 617-606-4122. If you were down in the streets today and you want to give us a call, definitely do so.
Yep, and instant feedback is up as well.
if@unregularradio.com.
That's right.
And we're going to be talking about what we did today and some of our plans upcoming for activism in the streets and on the campaign trail. And I'll also we'll have a big phone call interview today with the gentleman who is leading the Oregon Cannabis Tax Act. It's called OCTA, and it's to legalize marijuana in the state of Oregon. His name's Paul Stanford. He'll be calling in from an airport terminal. He's doing some flying, some educating, some traveling, and we'll be hearing from him on what's going on in Oregon. Are they actually going to get this on the ballot? And how does he think it will do? We're going to find out that. Also, later in the show, hopefully we're going to be talking to Dan Melnick, who is out at the UMass Amherst Cannabis Reform Coalition Extravaganja, where many marijuana reform activists are today. A lot of Boston folks, Masscan folks are out there as well. So we'll be covering that as well. We're going to be covering everything. You know the phone number, 617-606-4122. We're going to be playing a lot of music. We're also going to be giving away... What are we giving away, Newman, today?
I think we're giving away a Vapor Brothers vaporizer.
Yeah. That was a big thing this week on our Two Hotheads on Cannabis group page. Is we decided the final 3 contestants for this vaporizer were given away, and we had a vote. And I think the vote results are finalized.
It was going back and forth for a while there, too. It was great.
We're going to have the 2 people who were closest to winning that contest. It's interesting. All 3 of the people who were up on that contest were all at the rally today, all at the Occupy of Martha Coakley.
We should reenact some of the chants we did.
Yeah, I think we might. We're going to do some of the chants later, and we're gonna get the 2 people who are up for the vaporizer in here and talk about what kind of deal they made to work this out so that they both then walk away with something and make it a positive experience. It's a good thing. We're giving away a vaporizer today on this show. Two Hotheads on Cannabis, unregularradio.com. Again, the phone number 617-606-4122. You're hanging out for a while. Got a lot of people coming in the studio. We're going to play some music, and hopefully soon we'll see Heather Mack showing up here. And Newman, what do we I know some of the music we're playing today, but what do you have?
Well, here's a surprise for you, Mike Can. We have Bone Thugs and Harmony doing the Weed song, followed up by Public Enemy and Don't Believe the Hype.
Oh, perfect.
Here we go.
UnregularRadio.com.
FreeMassMedia.com is a local news and entertainment media team. FreeMassMedia.com supports free speech media outlets like Unregular Radio, The THC Show, KOP Productions, and more. Check out FreeMassMedia.com for exclusive videos, interviews, and blogs, and connect with Boston's best indie media outlets. FreeMassMedia.com is an official sponsor of the THC Show on UnregularRadio.com. Two hotheads on cannabis with Mike Can and Heather Mack on UnregularRadio.com.
Back live on Two Hotheads on Cannabis, and you know who's in the studio now. Who's in the studio with us?
Heather Mack's in the studio. Sorry I'm late, folks. I came up here huffing and puffing, dealing with public transportation as usual.
You really did, too. You were running.
I was running. I just came back also from the Somerville Peace Conference. Just one of many incredible things that is happening today. Still going on. Another thing that's still going on is the Extravaganja Festival, run by the UMass Cannabis Reform Coalition, the 21st annual. And for those of you who don't know, which I don't know why you wouldn't, because this thing is huge.
Not at this point. I think everyone knows.
Exactly. At this point, the word is out. This is basically Western Mass's answer to the Freedom Rally. It's our Wild West, marijuana pot protestival.
And you had a lot to you've had a lot to do with this in the past, organizing and producing it.
Yes, I used to be the president of the CRC, and I have on the phone with us is my colleague, friend, very close friend, Dan Mellick, who is also a CRC member, did a lot of organizing for the CRC. How is Extravaganja, man? What's up?
It's crazy. People are tearing it all apart in a marijuana craze-induced madness.
Oh, no!
Bedlam.
Is this reefer madness?
Everyone's really chill. Just hanging out and smoking weed.
Yeah, that's what I figured. And you
all getting along. And I feel lied to.
By the media that told...
Propaganda. I was told that this couldn't happen. I was told that if we let all these people smoke marijuana, that it would just devolve into chaos, but everybody seems to be getting along.
Oh, man, nobody's been murdered in a haze of marijuana smoke or anything, no?
No, I saw a guy murdering a burrito a little while ago, but that's about it.
Hey, we saw that too.
Yeah, seriously.
That was me in the studio, actually, just 5 minutes ago.
That's how many people are there right now? I'm sure it's packed. It's a beautiful day.
It's huge. I think this might be one of the biggest years I've ever seen, and I've seen quite a few extravaganzas in my day. It's pretty packed in there. I actually had to move away from the crowd slightly just because it's huge. But everybody, despite the size, everything's going really smoothly. We just had a speaker from Law Enforcement Against Prohibition up on stage.
Oh, who was it?
One of the bands is gearing up. I'm not sure who it is right now. But,
wasn't it? I thought it was Jack Cole. I think it is Jack. Was it Jack Cole who was up there?
I missed his name.
I think it was. They had some awesome speakers this year. Didn't our friend Evan... Didn't our friend Evan go up and speak too?
I have not seen him yet. I'm not sure if he's already gone up or if he's yet to come.
Well,
I haven't been able to get my hands on a schedule, so I'm a little lost. But,
Do you think it's bigger than last year?
I feel like there's a little bit of that probably going around.
Do you think that it's a bigger event than last year?
Yeah, I think it might be. It's really just intense seeing this many people gathered together in one area. I feel like we probably have a decent amount of UMass who just decide to transplant to the town common for the day.
Yeah, how do you think the townspeople are taking it, and also the cops? How are the police interacting with people? Have you seen any issues? I know there was last year there was some tension.
I haven't seen too much going on in terms of police interaction. I mean, everybody seems really well behaved, and people know to be polite and respectful to the town, and that's always I felt that's always been a major point of Extravaganza, that we're always respectful towards the town. We always make sure to kind of watch over it ourselves, make sure everything's going smoothly, clean up after ourselves, and just I feel that's one of the reasons that Extravaganja continues to be the success that it is today.
Seriously, responsible, well-spoken stoners. I didn't know they could exist.
Yeah.
Right? Actually, you're the only one. You're the best friend to call on this day because you're pretty much the only one that of all of our friends that's not partaking at this event. Correct?
Correct. I mean, I'm sure there are many other non-smokers here, but yeah, I do not particularly. There was a time when I enjoyed smoking marijuana, but I don't particularly. But I still very much believe in reforming the ridiculous laws that we have.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
For that.
Our marijuana policy in this country.
You walked the walk, too. You ran for state rep on a marijuana legalization platform, and you got Ellen Story to change her tune. Do I hear Terry Franklin in the background? Is that Terry?
Yeah.
You're good. I didn't know.
It's a fun stage now.
Yeah, it sounds like our good friend Terry Franklin, who did a lot of work with Bourbon Supreme.
To get a sense of what he's saying. I believe he's talking about. He's talking about the Cannabis Reform Coalition.
Yeah.
Cannabis Reform Coalition. I guess it's
Terry's
probably necessary to specify. But yeah, he's encouraging people to come by and check out the tent and learn more about what the UMass CRC does.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you doing. I'm so glad you're out there. I know a bunch of my friends are. I hope you say hi to all of them for me. I'm bummed I couldn't be there, but I'm glad to be doing 2 Hotheads on Cannabis. You should spread the word about our show and let them know we're promoting them and love everybody there. And go enjoy the beautiful day. All right.
I will.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Yep, no problem.
All right,
Talk
bye.
to you guys later. Bye.
That was Dan Melick or Melick?
Yeah,
Melick.
Dan Melick. Yep.
Melick, over at UMass. Cannabis Reform Coalition, Extravaganja. What is it, 21?
This is the 21st, yeah.
21st.
Last year, for the 20th anniversary, they had 2 days of Extravaganja, which was epic, and we played one of the days. It was really awesome. But I was a little concerned because there was some tension between cops and a little bit of tension, more than we were used to in the past last year. So I was a little bit worried about the fact that there's going to be so many people. But as Dan said, that's very reassuring because people who gather for Extravaganja, just like at the Freedom Rally, they're peaceful, they're
nice people,
having a great time, and Extravaganja is a huge economic boon to Amherst. I mean, obviously we have students all the time, but Extravaganja brings in at least 4,000 people to the town commons. Lots of them come from all over New England, and they buy a lot of food and they buy a lot of stuff in the downtown. Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of why I think a big reason why they've supported us for so many years. Although it wasn't always the case with Extravaganja, because in the past, way early on in like the 90s and stuff, the cops would actually shut it down or try to arrest people, and there were big there were struggles. Times have changed. No more arrests for smoking a joint in public. It's unbelievable. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Although I was looking at my after we had that conversation about Corey background checks last week, I looked at my criminal record. And it's there, isn't it? Still there. Yep. Forever. Yep. It sucks. And that's why we need to legalize this plant. Exactly. I mean, we talk about you can go on to the rest of the drugs too, but let's just start with the one that people use the most. That's the least harmful. It's marijuana is the least harmful of any. It's not even a drug. A lot of us say it's an herb. Mm-hmm. Oh, we are. Oh yeah. Yes. We're doing this is one of the chants that we did. Well, let's see here how this Max take on it. We did. All we are saying is give weed a chance. That's so awesome. We were singing that in Faneuil Hall. Oh my God. And people were looking at us and they started laughing and smiling. They liked high fives. Yeah, high fives. That reminds me of when we would do protests in the Cannabis Reform Coalition, the UMass one. We would one time we did the Halloween parade, which was all of us dressing up in our Halloween costumes and parading around in support of Question 2. So we had we all love weed. Vote yes on Question 2. Vote yes on Question 2. Wow, baby. And we it was that one. Oh, yeah. Can we hear you do the other one that we did? We sing the one I just sang. Let's hear you over. Because we missed you. Wait, what was it?
Give weed a chance.
All we are saying is give weed a chance.
Oh, I think
Something
We
that.
missed you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
We'll do it for Heather. Maybe we should leave it at that. We'll come back. We'll do some more weed chants and hopefully have some of the Occupy Martha Folkley
Martha Folkley.
Yeah, I can't even talk. I've lost my voice. I'm hearing voices
From all
in the
those
other room.
all that chanting.
Occupy Martha Coakley, folks. Come in and we'll talk about what we did today.
Yeah.
What do we music?
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned.
We got some Frank Turner.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Some the Tree of Life. After
Is this
that,
about the rock and roll?
I took it off your page. So.
Yeah, this is the rock and roll
I liked
song.
it. I liked it.
Nice.
All right, we'll be back.
You're listening to Two Hotheads on Cannabis with your hosts, Mike Can and Heather Mack on UnregularRadio.com.
All right, that was Mary J. Blige with Rick Ross. That was me and Newman were jamming out to that song. Love it. Oh, so good, so good. Yeah, so we are back live on UnregularRadio.com, and I just wanted to check in because I went and saw the documentary The Code of the West this week at the Somerville Theater, which is a film by Rebecca Richmond Cohen. Did I get it?
Yes, you did.
Oh my God, I get bonus points. I'm not even looking at it. Rebecca Richmond Cohen, who's a Harvard Law professor. She's a local woman, local filmmaker. We were supposed to have her on the show last week, but we let her slide because I saw this movie and it was unbelievable. It's a documentary on the fight for medical marijuana in Montana, which is really interesting because they had initially passed the law, I believe, in like 2003 or 2004. It's actually been in effect for quite some time, almost a decade. And it wasn't until about 2011 when the Obama administration started going back into federal raids that there started to become a backlash within the legislature and somewhat within the public that was sort of whipped up into a frenzy over this perceived takeover of Montana by medical cannabis, and it tells the story of this one this what's the word?
District attorney?
No.
Patient?
No.
Dispensary owner.
Dispensary. That's what I'm talking about. Dispensary.
I heard the D.
I'm a little tired.
I was
today,
about to
guys.
do
I'm sorry.
sounds like.
Sounds like. No, you're good, Mike Can. That's why I have you here. This one dispensary and sort of what happened to them and in terms of them getting raided, and also the legislature coming out and voting up for basically people tried to repeal the law. And it was very compelling, not courtroom, like legislative, congressional conversations that were happening. And it ended up, they originally defeated the repeal law, but then passed another one immediately after the governor vetoed it, and passed another one, snuck it in, that was basically repeal. And they also shut down the dispensary, the Montana Cannabis Dispensary. And one of the people is being taken to federal. He's facing 860 years in federal prison.
What?
And he is refusing to cooperate. That's why.
Wow.
One of the So it's a really, really incredible story, and I'm sure I rambled a bit, but
868 years. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
what?
He's got
for
an eight-year-old son.
Medicine that helps people.
Exactly, and
what is going on?
Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable.
So codeofthewest film.com. You can find out where it's screening around your area.
Well,
how many people do you think were at the screening in Somerville?
I would say it was almost a packed house. It was it was kind of a small theater, but there were a lot of people there. And she actually stayed for Q&A afterwards and had a lot of discussions about. I asked a question. My question was, basically what lessons can we take from Montana, to apply to our medical marijuana fight that is going on here in Massachusetts. And she had some interesting things to say. I mean, she was saying that a lot of it had to do with, them writing a not so great bill that didn't have any zoning restrictions. So basically, people, there were like grow shops like in dispensaries right next to schools, and people were like, put off by that. But a lot of it was just centered around this crazy misinformation campaign that was designed to say that medical marijuana in Montana had made teen use of marijuana drastically increase. There were no statistics to actually back up that claim at all. In fact, they saw that teen use decreased during the period of time after legalizing medical cannabis. But it was really interesting because they've profiled one of the women who was like the major crusader against medical marijuana, and how she had really convinced herself that like teens were just going to pot, and the world was ending, and it was just so like not based on any sort of fact at all. It's interesting though, because I also heard she was talking about they have a ballot initiative coming up this year that would make it a legal right in the Montana right. Like, I don't know. Apparently there's a legal right to alcohol for adults in Montana. There's like a law for it. They want to amend that and add cannabis. Nice. So that you have a right, a legal adult has the right to cannabis consumption.
Great.
So we'll see how that goes. But it was really interesting. It was great to go out and see her. There were a lot of other activists there. I got to plug the Martha Coakley rally and meet a bunch of like-minded folks. And we also picked up the public policy petitions that we're going to be doing in Boston and Somerville and Cambridge that are we were talking about it last week, but we're trying to gauge public polling in the area about marijuana full legalization, because that would eliminate all of these issues with the federal, I mean, not necessarily the federal government, but with giving people their rights, and regardless of whether or not they're patients. So we still need extra help with petitioners too. So.
Alex at Cannabis Tax.
No, Alex at taxcannabis.org.
Taxcannabis.
Yep.
.org.
Yeah.
If you want to help out with that.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just went on forever, but it was awesome. It was an awesome,
yes, it was.
Awesome movie.
We had a full studio now too.
Yeah, we do.
A lot of the occupiers from Occupy Martha Coakley are here. We had a great day. Let's try to get some of these people on mic too. Why don't we have the Free Mass Media crew share a microphone over here and bring the King of Pot in over here too.
Oh wow! The King of Pot. All these people came in the middle of my spiel.
We're gonna move people in and out too. I want to make sure we get Patrick Wilson in on here.
Absolutely.
We had a great day today at this Occupy Martha Coakley rally, and the King of Pot. You're here. You
hey.
You went off. You were on a bullhorn.
Who is sitting here? What a hot ass.
You went off today, Michael Malta, my good friend, King of Pot. How was it today?
It was amazing. I had a good time. I think it was a very good turnout, and we had a lot of people that even were walking by that were giving us kudos, and I think we got the message out exactly what we wanted to do. We had a bunch of passionate people there speaking, and I think it was a good rally.
That's awesome. I heard you were on a bullhorn. Is this true?
Yeah.
What were you screaming at the passerby?
Yeah. Give us an example of the
Oh,
chants.
man. Well, let me tell you, I'm really, very subdued right now because I really got out. I know we were protesting Martha Coakley, but, it goes a lot deeper than that. And my dear friend, Mark Emery, I wanted to make sure that I got something out about him. And I did it right in front of a state police car, and I tell you, I just went off, and I didn't even see anybody there. I didn't even know where I was. It was in another land.
The Weekly Dig reporter looked like he was like, "Wow, he was taking
I don't
photos.
know. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm being honest. I got to be honest to everybody, and this is no lie. Kind of blacked out at the moment because I was so emotionally upset that when you really think of why Mark Emery is put away and how both countries, his own country and our country, and what they did, and putting that protest on today was just so passionate for me to be able to go and speak out loudly against Martha Coakley's insane take on marijuana and medical marijuana, and to be able to I get the two passionate things came together, and I just let loose, I guess, Mike. Is that what you're telling me? I mean, I really did black out.
You did. I definitely know that there will be some good video. I shot some. Nikki was shooting it.
I don't know if anybody... Well, my lovely Nikki from Free Mass Media, yes.
Dig Boston, too. DigBoston.com was there.
Dig Boston, yes, thank you.
I feel if you check out their Twitter right now, as well as the website.
Well, let me tell you what.
You're going to see a bunch of pictures from our rally, probably on there now, if not in the near future. A lot of coverage. Dig Boston's all over it. So, digboston.com.
Well, yeah, and can I add something to that, Mike? The reason why we are late is because the camera person that came, I'm sorry I don't know your name, that stayed behind and took the pictures, well, his battery died, so he wasn't able to get the pictures. So he asked Val if she could get to a computer. So we went back to work, and we uploaded all the pictures that Val took. So they are going to use what they want, but they are raw. So hopefully they'll clean them up, and they'll be up there pretty soon.
Yeah, thank you, Valerie, for taking all the pictures.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Wait a minute, we had other people.
Thank you, Valerie.
Everybody
and
else has been covering it. Sarah
Nikki
Sparks.
Smokes.
Nikki
Of
Smoke.
course.
Thank you so much, Valerie, my wife. Sarah.
Patrick Wilson, too, for organizing the occupiers.
Patrick, yes. Going out, coming and getting flyers, and I gave you about 200, 300 flyers you passed out over the course.
I need more as well.
And you know, I could tell the last couple of days, we'll talk about that too, our Facebook group, the two Hotheads, the group itself that was listed on the flyer. I've never seen a day when I walk in, and like last night I got home and there was like 15 people who needed to be approved at like 2 a.m. Nice. It was like... Usually we're inviting people, or our friends are inviting people. These people all want in. You know? It's like they got the flyer, and we can see it. You know, it's noticeable. Thank you, and thank Matt. Matt's here as well. He led some of the march. He's a musician, singer, and
we're harmonizing.
Yeah, we harmonized. Matthew James. There's so many people that came out today too. It was thank you, Rich Foo. Here we go. We're going to chill out. We're going to have a smoke up, and we'll be back.
Oh, it's 420.
Happy 420.
Yes.
Two Hotheads on Cannabis on Unregular Radio. Stay tuned because more wackiness is sure to ensue.
Thank you guys so much for a beautiful night.
Two Hotheads on Cannabis with Mike Can and Heather Mack on UnregularRadio.com.
All we are saying is give weed a chance. All we are saying is give weed a chance.
Yeah, let's hear it for that.
Oh man, we should have tuned up first. No, that was beautiful.
We were doing that all day today. Yeah, you can tell I already lost my voice. I'm doing a radio show with
for
no
the right
voice.
for the right cause.
Oh yeah. As Carmelita says, I got to learn to shout from the diaphragm, so I don't lose my voice every time. Thank you, Carmelita, too.
Vocal coaching.
We're thanking a lot of people today. Thank you, Carm.
Yeah, this feels like a big, beautiful, happy family right now. I have to say, this is like a magical moment. I'm surrounded by amazing people. I want to hear all about this rally because I was at the Peace Conference and I couldn't be there, so I want to hear.
Let's get more people on, Mike. Patrick Wilson, grab a headphone.
Patrick Wilson, one of the organizers.
And Tommy, stay there. KLP, give up yours and come over here quickly. Tommy, what did you think about this rally, this Occupy today? You've put a lot of time and work into this. What do you think?
I think that it went really good, you know. I think next time we can have a lot more people out there with us.
Definitely.
Well, we had a lot of people. And what did you think was the best thing about it today?
There's the fact that we were organized.
Yeah.
We got all our chants down, marching through the streets.
Yeah, I want to hear more chants too.
Yeah. What do you think, Patrick Wilson? You did a lot to promote this, handing out flyers. What do you think about this whole day?
The best thing that I think about this is that, you know, with a couple of other events that were going on in the state, that this wasn't about the big party. It really wasn't about the big party. This was about activism. This was about the core people who, who are really emotional about this and who this really, really matters to. And we all got to express ourselves. And we got to express ourselves to other people who, I don't know, what you guys saw, but I think they pretty much agreed with us as we went through Thaniel Hall.
Yeah, and we made some new friends.
Yes.
Just in passing, but as well as real friends. Like, even the weekly Dig Boston, as I call them now, Dig Boston.
I think
really
they were having a
nice,
good time.
really nice people. Yeah, and the occupiers that you brought down were nice too.
Yeah, all good people. All good people.
Yeah, there were a lot of occupiers there, like people involved in Occupy Boston?
The thing is, there was another big Occupy event next door. So some of them came over, but most of them didn't. Most of them stayed. It was a concert. We're competing with something that's more organized, more targeted.
What was the Occupy event?
A woman event. And the funniest thing is, we saw. Who we saw walking through?
Who?
We walked through. We saw the. I didn't even stop to say hi to her because it was just like, we're doing our thing, you're doing your thing. I don't want to bug her. Whitney Taylor, she's running.
Oh wow!
She's running the medical marijuana initiative, so she was actually down there too.
That's interesting.
I wonder if
was she recruiting people, or was
no? I think she was working on the women's event down there, the Occupy Boston. That's what it seemed to look like to me. But so there's a lot of things going on today.
Right.
There was multiple events in Extravaganja, obviously. I don't blame anyone if they had friends go to Extravaganja. If you went there, that's good. Go have fun.
But I like what you said. Yeah, this is about activism and not just having a big party, and I think that's excellent. Did you feel like you got your point across? I mean,
I feel like I got my point across, but you know what? I'd like to get it across a lot more. I mean, I find myself at this point just like looking forward to the next thing Mike can.
Right. Yeah. I was going to ask, who's next on our list?
Well, we got a few. We're let's put it this way too. There's a lot we can't say at times.
No.
We have a political campaign going on for medical marijuana, and don't think that we're not working on it. So we have a lot of conversations with that campaign. We have a lot of conversations with different candidates that are running for office, and we'll see who we're going to go protest, occupy next. Martha Coakley was more of a warm-up. She's not running. It wasn't high stakes. The next ones, I think, will be high stakes. So we need people to come out to these. You know where to find us. It's 2 Hotheads on Cannabis Facebook group.
Now, has Martha Coakley officially come out and said she will not support medical marijuana?
No, she hasn't.
We should clarify that.
Yeah,
I feel like...
Yeah, that's a good point. You're so right on, Heather. Let me look, because I will. What I can say is that Martha definitely knows about our protest. I'm confident of that. Number 2, I am also confident that she's considering supporting us and supporting this movement. I'm not just saying like this group of people in this room. I'm talking about medical marijuana initiative.
Now,
and I don't know that for sure, but I have a good feeling of that. Like, she has not said she is against us. She actually started to move towards us with recent statements on WTKK, and then she said something kind of foolish, I think,
about
the headache. And let's give her a chance, and that's why we actually did it on a Saturday. That was a big criticism of this. People kept saying, "Why are you doing it on a Saturday? Why don't you do it on a Monday when she's walking to her office?" Because we don't want to take it to that level yet. Mm-hmm. This wasn't really against Martha.
It's not trying to be confrontational.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we should send her a gift basket or something and be like, because we want her on our side.
Yeah, maybe Nikki and Sarah can come up with a hemp basket, hemp goods that they buy at Whole Foods, and send it over to Martha Coakley and say, "We protested you, but we actually like you and we want you to support us.
We want you on our side." I think
that would actually be really, really fun.
I think why don't
we could do a video
sponsored by 2 Hotheads.
Put a video together of you collecting the items, mailing it out to her.
Oh, that's great.
And see if you get any follow-up from her.
Because that's what we want. We want to reach across the aisle, I don't know necessarily, but we want to reach our hands out to, politicians and stuff. Like, we have people like Barney Frank, but they're few and Diane Russell. They are few and far between.
Diane Russell, I can't say how much I love that lady.
Yeah.
She is so dynamite in this community and beyond. And I'm not. I look like the Ron Paul guy, but I love Diane Russell, and she's as liberal as you can get.
Yeah, she's excellent.
Sometimes it's about the person more than the politics.
Absolutely.
617-606-4122 is the phone number. We had a lot of phone calls already today, didn't we? Instant feedback.
Yeah, we got some weird, stone instant feedback.
Some people were wishing us a good show before
that was nice.
You did.
Yeah.
And, give us a call, though. It's if@unregularradio.com. We still have a lot of people in the studio. We're going to be giving away the vaporizer today, too.
Yeah.
Did someone in the studio here win it?
Yeah.
Oh.
We have the 2 finalists. Basically, the 3 final. I gotta give it up to our community. This is what I'm talking about. The 3 finalists that we had for the vaporizer all showed up for this march today. And 2 of them are in studio right now. The 3rd one went back up to the North Shore to do more work with his little group out on the North Shore. He's doing something today. So our people are doing the work. They're in Amherst today. They're in Boston. They're in the studio. The King of Pot is live. TheKingofPot.com is here with his wife Valerie. Rich Fu is here from KLP Productions. Matthew James. Matthew, why don't you get on a microphone too and with Rich Fu and talk about today what you guys thought. What did you like about today?
Well, it's always good to get around everybody. Everybody's so fun that hangs out, and like a lot of people say, "Oh, it's just like hanging out with your family." But this family's all fun and cool and non-judgmental and not douchebags like my family. I love my family, but I don't love to hang out with them at all. I went to get a tattoo on Easter.
I'm right there.
That's kind of awesome.
I cringed on my birthday because I'm like, oh my god, that means
so we gotta call people. Yeah.
No, she's gonna call me.
And then you have to answer it. Yeah.
I did.
But it was fun, and then going through Faneuil Hall, I felt was really fun because there was a lot of people in there, a lot of smiles, a lot of waves, a lot of nodding of the heads, some shaking of the head, some wags of the finger from the co-bears out there in the community.
It was fun though.
But it was a great time.
No one got violent like sometimes in the past when we did these types of things, marijuana marches. People really got like drunk, they like angry at us.
Oh, I never experienced that.
None of that today.
Don't worry about that. Come on out.
The people against us were kind of like cool about it.
Yeah, like like shrugging it off.
Well, did you talk to any of them?
Yeah, we did.
So the people who disagree, why did they disagree?
Oh, we didn't stop like that usually. Especially people who don't disagree. It's like. And sometimes it was they're with the kids. They got a 5-year-old kid, and they're kind of like, I'm teaching them the other thing. And that's why KOP,
that
Michael
didn't stop
Maltus
KOP
right there.
at all.
KOP said, it's about the kids. This is why we're here. We're here for the kids. We want you to tell your kids the truth. Marijuana is not as bad as alcohol. It's not as bad as cigarettes. It's not as bad as prescription drugs.
There's a time and a place, though, sometimes.
Yeah, I know. That's the way you say it and how you say it. Like,
no, I'm just speaking from my experience last year at the 420 rally with a group of children at an after school. I'm like, oh, no.
Not the time and place.
Worlds colliding.
That is not the time and place.
Worlds colliding.
Yeah, no, but
you held it
besides
together.
that.
You did. You held it together, didn't you?
Well, I mean, I am always kind of curious to see what people have to say in terms of, like, conversation. Actually, in the Code of the West, one of the best, like, exchanges that I saw was between one of the people, the lawyers who was working on behalf of, medical cannabis, and versus like not versus, but he was like talking to some pastor, and he was like, you know what, if we have this conversation for a few days, if I had 2 days to spend with you and explain to you what's going on, what's really happening, you would agree with me. But we don't have that time, so we have to, respectfully disagree. I was like, I like that way.
It's the truth. It's reality too.
If you had like a little bit more time to just be like,
and that's what we have to remember on this campaign, like on all these campaigns, it's time. Right. We do have time.
Right.
And sometimes it takes 10 years. Look how far we come in 10 years. Rich Fu, you were there today. You're a warrior, dude. I don't think people know what kind of medical conditions you're dealing with. You've been in major car accidents, and you were there today. You were marching with us. You were loud. How was it today? How was your day?
Good time, man. Good time. My favorite part was seeing the response of the people. On the streets, I was expecting to see some, criticism, which you're always going to see a little bit. We've seen a very tiny bit, much less than I ever expected, And then the other part of it that I like is the fact that seeing the response of the people that were kind of like naysayers, so to speak, they are now forced into a discussion about it. Some people did have their kids with them. Their kids are going to ask them. They're going to ask a question someday, somehow, and they have a choice. They can say bullshit and eventually lose the respect of their own children, or they can be forced into teaching the truth. And I hate to use the word force, because the truth is it's their responsibility to begin with.
Yep. Absolutely.
And it should have been done to begin with. And it should have been done all along, and that's why we're at this point right now, is because there's been too many people that when they are given the time to explain, they say, "No, I don't got that time, so I'll just make up a fairy tale." Hey, the Easter Bunny doesn't want you to do it.
Yeah.
And we'll call that fact.
Yeah, it works for a day, but it doesn't work for the long term.
Eventually, the bullshit will catch on. Excuse the language, but eventually it'll catch on.
Oh, we're on the internet. We're
People,
internet radio. You can swear as much as you fucking want.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, fuck yes. Fuck yes.
But I just like the way it went down, and I think that a lot of truth will eventually come down, from it in a 360-degree pattern, not just through today, but eventually carry through. And I truly, feel proud to be part of that.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you so much for saying that.
Very good. You have that radio voice, dude.
Yeah, you do.
I was thinking the same thing. I was
sounds a little too good. Is he trying to be a third hothead on Cannabis?
He's got his own show on KOP Productions.
Oh,
and he did. He is actually a co-host when you're not here. Actually, when I'm gone, you might want to have him in.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, he's a fill-in on Two Hotheads when we need him. Well, he's the man.
Nice, thanks.
So we also have Valerie Malta and Nikki Smokes hasn't talked yet. Well, we should also we're supposed to have a special phone call too with Paul Stanford. He's running a campaign to legalize cannabis in Oregon Cannabis Tax Act, and he might be the guy that does it in one of the first states to legalize marijuana. We're gonna have him on the phone a little bit if we can. We're running a little behind. But 617-606-4122. Newman, why don't we play one song?
Yeah.
We'll come back with a little more. Actually, you know what? We'll come back with one song. Talk to Paul, and then we'll come back with everyone else, and we'll be getting back to what we did today and what we're doing going forward.
Be right back.
OnRegularRadio.com.
Trading stories with the lead. unregularradio.com. Unregularradio.com. A 24/7 online stream of everything regular radio doesn't offer. Also, without that wagging finger of corporate or Big Brother, this is Radio Unleashed. Unregularradio.com.
Hi, I'm Willie Nelson, and I urge you to support the Oregon Cannabis Tax Act to regulate marijuana and restore industrial hemp. This initiative will end adult marijuana prohibition and let our criminal justice officers focus limited resources on real criminals and not on marijuana users like me. OCTA will also allow farmers to grow hemp for fuel, fiber, and food to create jobs and help our economy. Please support OCTA.
Live back on Two Hotheads on Cannabis. We got a full studio. We got like the most people we've ever had here. After our Occupy Oakley event today in the streets of Boston. And you just heard Willie Nelson talking about legalizing marijuana. And that is a new clip. That's not the old clip that we usually play on normal with Willie. That's Oregon Cannabis Tax Act, otherwise known as OCTA, he's speaking for. And we have the gentleman that's trying to get this on the ballot in the state of Oregon to legalize marijuana. This could be one of the very first state to legalize marijuana. This might be the guy. And we got him on the phone. We got Paul Stanford. Hey, Paul, are you still on the phone? Hello, Paul. I guess we lost him.
No. Such a nice intro, too.
Yeah, I can hear him.
About that.
Oh, he's there.
Hello, Paul.
I put it on mute.
Oh, you put it on mute. You were running through security in Dallas, right?
Yeah, I just got my baggage claim just as you started announcing.
Oh, okay. Wow, thanks for making the phone call.
Dodging the TSA.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
educated from a chair.
Oh, we're getting it's kind of breaking up, but we'll keep trying.
I heard it was a joke.
Keep it through.
I'll tell you what, give me about 20 seconds to go over toward the window. I'm right in the middle of the building.
Well, we can hear you now. So we got a question for you. How many signatures do you need to collect, and is it going to be on the ballot? Hello, Paul. I guess we lost him.
Cell phones. He's
he
still
said
there.
he wanted.
You give us 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Well, he's just going to let 20 seconds go by, Heather. What do you want to do for 20 seconds, Heather?
Give we
a chance. Yeah. All we are saying.
All right, he's going to come back and hear us do it.
Give weed a chance. See why I love my life lately?
Oh, man.
I have friends that will help out. Like, this would be a nightmare for anyone else. 20 seconds, dead time, you just introduce them. All we are saying.
He's back.
Hey, Paul, we're singing songs while you're gone.
Well, good. Sorry about that. I went and got a place to sit. Looks like I got a pretty good cell phone signal here.
All right, great. The question that Mike asked was basically, how many signatures are you going to need to get this on the ballot, and will it be on the ballot? Can you say with certainty?
We need 87,213 valid, registered Oregon voter signatures to qualify for a vote.
That's a lot of signatures.
Yes, we have a little over 75,000 right now.
Wow.
We have until July 6th
to
gather enough signatures.
Oh, nice.
That's excellent.
So
let's hear it for that. 75,000 signatures.
More signatures to qualify for a vote total. We need a buffer over and above the minimum number needed to make certain we cover for invalid signatures, not really registered to vote, and for illegible signatures.
Right, yeah. We have ballot initiatives here in Massachusetts, and that's how we decriminalized in Mass.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of that over here ourselves. That sounds pretty good. So what's your, what are you trying to look for? Probably like 120 or something to give you enough of a cushion, 130?
Once we get over the minimum number, we can have the Secretary of State start to validate.
Yep.
Right.
Once they validate them, then we'll know how many more we need.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, is this most...
we're going to keep gathering signatures, but we have a early turn-in date of May 25th. So we're shooting for that just about 4 weeks out.
Wow. So do you have a lot of volunteers that are working on this? How are you guys getting funded?
It's mainly paid petitioners.
Oh, okay.
I personally have given most of the money.
but Willie Nelson kicked in $6,000.
Wow, that's amazing. Let's hear it.
200 other people. We anticipate that 200 other people have made contributions.
So Willie just didn't do a spot; he gave money. Wow, that's great. That Willie.
You can go to our website at cannabistaxact.org, or just if people can't spell cannabis, you can go to OCTA Octa 2012. The interesting thing, we didn't realize when we first coined the phrase Octa, which was quite a while in the past, but it's the word for that sideways 8 symbol that means infinity.
Oh, interesting.
So the easy to remember website is OCTA2012.org. And that'll redirect you to cannabistaxact.org, and you can see the petition. There's a little green link off to the left that has the full text of the initiative. There's a place where people can donate.
That's awesome.
For local people in Oregon, they can print out a petition and mail it in to us or bring it to our offices.
Wow, that's awesome.
We've got about 150 petitioners that we've hired right now to circulate the petition throughout the state. And so if you know anybody who needs a job and wants to make good money for a temporary gig, about 8 weeks or so.
Yeah, no,
then,
that's...
we are hiring people who like to walk a lot and talk a lot.
So we got people raising their hand in the studio.
Yeah, seriously.
We have people like we want to go to Oregon because we got a full studio here today from our rally. What you want to go to Oregon and collect signatures?
Matthew James here. Yeah, I just got fired from my job like a Monday and a half ago. I would love to come out and work for you.
Wow.
Well, I have a floor you can stay on.
That's all I need.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
It's a legal indoor medical marijuana garden.
But you're taking them from us.
Whoa, what did he say? He just, hold on, he just said a legal indoor medical marijuana garden. Outdoor. Okay, wow.
I've seen it. I've seen
all
the
right,
photos.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
CNN's been out there.
Yeah, that's where I saw it. I saw it on CNN.
On the AP, it's I'd like to say America's most famous marijuana garden.
Yeah.
Nice. That's fantastic.
I saw that on CNN. That's a big garden. Check it out. CNN videos.
Yeah.
Cool. What? So
I have
what's
pictures of it on my Facebook page too.
awesome? What's like public opinion? I mean, obviously we think of Oregon as
polls for 450 registered Oregon voters. In each one, they cost $5,000 each, and it shows that we can win on enhancing public safety with 62%, and on hemp for fiber, food, and fuel with 60%.
Nice.
So we're starting with some good numbers.
Yeah.
Good.
And the lowest we polled on any issue was 54%.
All right. So you're in it, and what's the what do you in Massachusetts right now? We have a medical campaign. There's a certain money on our side and a certain money on the amount of money on the other side. How much money are you going to have?
Initiatives on the ballot and advertising. About
advertising. How much are you going to have? How much in the campaign? In Mass, we know how much money there is on our side and against us. How much money will you have in this campaign after you gather the signatures? Are you going to have a lot of money to advertise it and get the right people? I know you got Willie.
Yeah, we anticipate we've got backing from the United Food and Commercial Workers Unions, and we anticipate being able to do $1 million advertising campaign.
Awesome.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Wow. Let's hear it for Paul.
Yeah, seriously.
Oregon's a state of about 3.5 million.
Wow. Yeah.
So our dollars go farther here.
Exactly.
California, you need 1 million signatures. In Oregon, you only need about 130, like you were saying.
Yep.
So this really could be it. I mean, we got Oregon, we got Washington as well. Colorado, all these that are going for full legalization in 2012.
And Oregon, Washington, and Colorado all passed the initiatives this fall. It'll send a strong message, and I can see the whole corrupt edifice of cannabis prohibition crumbling.
That is a wonderful way of putting it.
Really?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. We're definitely hoping for
I
that.
really believe that marijuana is a bellwether issue for the future of freedom in America. That as long as they can outlaw the substance that makes more food, more fuel, more fiber, and more medicine than any other plant on the planet, that they can, enslave us all if they want. And with the, it's really an issue of freedom. Marijuana is a smoke screen. The real issue is hemp fuel, fiber, and food. And our initiative is uniquely qualified. I started drafting it back in 1988. It's been through over 200 drafts with input from over 100 experts. It's drafted to withstand the inevitable federal court challenge it will face after passage. So our petition, I think, is better. You know, I'm biased, obviously, but it's better designed than the ones in Washington and Colorado. And the whole first third of the initiative are findings by the people who are the sovereign. And in our system of government, you know, federal law is at one state is below constitutional international law, and the only thing above constitutional international law are the people, sovereign. So we have a variety of findings by the people based upon historical, scientific, legal, international, and constitutional issues, including that George Washington got a package of hashish from Dr. Anderson in London, England, and he said, quote, "It's really a curiosity. I have to make more time for it at the end of a long and laborious session of Congress." George Washington wrote in his thank you letter to this Dr. James Anderson.
He grew some
artificial preparation of hemp.
That's incredible.
So there's only one thing that could be. And then Thomas Jefferson invented a device to process marijuana stems into canvas, rope, lace, and linen. And so
there's clear historical
facts and other historical, constitutional,
precedent,
international, legal issues to tear down cannabis prohibition. Also, the basic core of the regulations that we install were lifted right out of international treaties, the Single Convention Treaty, 1961. We took the system of controls built into that and used it to create our licensing system. So we designed it specifically to be upheld in court, and I know for a fact that no other model out there to date has done that.
Right.
So
in terms
we're
of
really looking forward to this election and looking forward to the aftermath after the people voted into law.
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of like the federal pressure, though, are you worried about what the federal government might do in terms of? I mean, those are two things that are federally. I mean, the cultivating, growing, and cultivating hemp for use in you know, and also the obviously legalizing cannabis.
I've been doing this on a very public level, like I said. Anderson Cooper's 360 from CNN came to our garden, and in the Associated Press. I've been pushing the envelope. I'm doing it legally. I've been giving away free cannabis to Oregon medical patients, which is a whole new paradigm and very karmically rewarding. And it's great to be able to help very sick people. Yeah. I actually own a series of clinics, and that's how I'm able to afford to do this.
Yep.
That help patients get medical marijuana permits. We started in Oregon, and we have clinics from Hawaii to Michigan. We've helped 150,000 people in 60 cities in 10 states.
That's wonderful.
Medical marijuana permit by employing doctors to review medical records for physical exams and fill out the paperwork necessary in each jurisdiction to make certain that patients have a legal permit.
Right.
Legal ground.
Now, that's amazing that you're doing that work, and especially right now, it takes a lot of guts.
That's where the funds for the petition are coming from. It's the patients paying a fee to see the doctor and the profits from that business that enable us to put this thing on the ballot. And what it'll do is it will make it where patients don't need these strange permits from the state.
Right.
It'll dramatically lower the price.
Now, are you... I'm sorry, are you...
My outdoor costs... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, are you nervous in any way, judging by the fact I mean, Richard, I was just going to ask about Richard Lee, though. I mean, that you've been doing this work and it's similar to...
see that. Well, I can tell you that I've been through what happened to Richard before, and I was acquitted in a trial based upon that back in 1993.
Oh, my gosh.
So, in a jury nullification case.
Wow.
So, I'm not only prepared, I'm uniquely suited to challenge this if get called
There you
upon.
go.
But the authorities know that they aren't going to take me without a trial.
Thank you. Thank you for putting this on the ballot and taking it to the next level, because I think we're going to do it
Jack
in Oregon.
Sherr wrote his book, The Emperor Wears No Clothes, in my house back in 1985.
Oh,
and
my
I'm in the
God.
dedication of the first edition of that.
Wow.
If you go to the Great Book of Hemp on page 3, it says that my companies in Portland, Oregon were the first companies to import hemp paper and fabric into North America back in the early 90s. So I've been at this quite a while.
We thank you very much for all that service that you've done. That's incredible that the Emperor Wears No Clothes was written in your house. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Paul, I just want to say congratulations.
That's in that book. And basically, I gave Chris Conrad the whole final chapter of his book, Hemp Lifeline of the Future, which are quotes mainly from Jefferson and Washington.
Paul, I don't know if you remember. This is the King of Pot. You did my farewell show. I want to say congratulations, and go and do it. I hope this does pass for you.
Thank you. And we have a web portal. It's real easy to remember. Hemp.org. HEMP.org.
That's awesome. Well, we're completely in support. I think we have a few people in the studio who are ready to move to Oregon temporarily.
Yeah.
And,
Well, we're looking for petitioners, so we're hiring people at $10 an hour to start. If you do well, you can make up to $25 an hour. We had one guy last week who cleared $1,200 for the week.
That's-
Gathered 650 signatures.
Yeah, that's awesome. We've done a lot of that. I've done a lot of that myself. We have our own petition drive going on in Massachusetts, which is medical cannabis, where we're trying to catch up to you guys.
Well, if you pass that, maybe we can come open some doctors' offices to support the patients.
Excellent. Sounds like a plan.
Do that. We're looking at opening in Maine and Washington, D.C., and Rhode Island in the next year. Anyway.
Awesome.
That's excellent.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for calling in, Paul. You have a great day, and we'll be watching to see what
Feel free to
happens in
call
Oregon.
me if you want to talk further. Have a good day too. Good luck with your work efforts there in Massachusetts.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Keep fighting the good fight.
Bye-bye.
And we'll be following Paul and what's going on with Octa.
Octa.
It reminds me of Octomom, though.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
I like Octa, but I don't like Octomom. It's not that I don't like her, but, it's just like, who cares?
When
people pay
did you
way
hear
too
about
much attention to Octomom.
Yeah, did you hear about
what?
the news?
Were you still talking about that?
There was supposedly a Mexican woman who was going to have 9 babies, but it turns out she made the whole story up.
To
and
be
she's
an
just fat.
Octomom.
No, it seriously happened.
Wannabe Octomoms.
She wanted to be a nana-mom.
If you're a wannabe Octomom,
9 children.
you need help.
Yeah.
If you're seriously, there's a lot of things you can want to be.
Yeah, aspire to be. You can aspire to be Paul Stanford. That was
Yeah,
an
that'd be
awesome
all right.
interview. I was totally impressed. It sounds like he's been doing this for quite a while. He has no fear. I have to say, it takes a lot of guts to do what he's doing right now, especially running a dispensary, running a that's
And the pressure of that campaign.
exactly.
Collecting those
That's
signatures.
a lot of pressure.
That's production.
To deal with. That's serious.
That's production. You got to put up your numbers. You ever have numbers? I've had numbers at many things, and it's not easy to hit your numbers.
Yeah.
And to exceed the numbers, it's like
I know. I mean, they got a little ways to go with the.
Yep.
I mean, 75. They got until July 5th. So we're sending over our
we're
friends.
sending Matt and maybe the occupier over here, Patrick.
Yep.
They might go up to Oregon, collect some signatures.
I know.
But I don't want to lose them. We want them here in
I feel
Boston.
like Alex might do that.
Oh no,
I might lose my
all the good
boyfriend
ones.
for a few weeks.
This isn't right. Taking them all to Oregon.
But
to legalize
it's worth
weed.
It. It's worth it.
Hey, in one state, I would go to Oregon. I always wanted to go there anyways. Me too. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So why don't we play some music? We'll come back with the whole crew that we have in here. From
And remember, we may have a
Coakley.
Mike Simpson phone call, too.
And that was the other thing I was about to mention before Newman trumped me.
Ah.
We also have from Extravaganja, maybe, Mr. Mike Simpson. We're gonna hear how he's doing. He's in trouble down there.
Oh, you know that.
He's gonna give me shit. You know that.
You think so?
Oh, I'm gonna give it right to him.
Oh, I can't wait to
I
hear
don't know
this.
about what this time though. Oh, I know what I'm gonna give him. All right,
What?
I got something. I always got something on.
You
him.
always got something
You gotta
under your
have someone,
sleeve.
Simpson.
Simpson's a card.
Put
Let
him
me
in
tell
his
you.
spot.
He's a card. How's his show doing?
I don't know.
You don't listen to it?
It's not my style.
Oh, maybe I should.
Yeah.
I
I'll
listened
check
to it. I listened to the interview with Ron Jeremy. It
Was that
pretty
good?
hilarious.
yeah?
Is it on YouTube or can I hear it now? Like,
I think he sent it out to everyone in our
Oh, I'm gonna have to check.
THC. It was I don't
must
know.
have
It was in
missed
our
it.
like little inbox or something.
I'm gonna have to look for it.
Yeah.
Then I'll listen to that. Was it good?
It was great. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed hearing Simpson. He's got a wonderful radio presence.
That's what I
miss
like.
him. I'm missing him
I
right
do
now.
too.
So hopefully he'll call in a little while.
I hope so. I'm gonna Simpson. You better call me. I talked to you this week, dude. You owe me one.
You talked to him.
Is
he ringing
No,
you?
he calls though.
A lot.
And then it's always around, like, you know,
a lot.
I'm busy, and he won't let it go. He's like a dog with a bone.
Mike Can's a busy man.
I'm working minimum
I like
wage.
that.
80 hours a
Mike
week.
Can's a busy man.
I'm here all afternoon. All right, let's go to some music,
Yeah.
and then we'll come back with our dear friends here, and hopefully Mike Simpson.
On
Stay tuned.
regularradio.com.
2 Hotheads on Cannabis with Mike Can and Heather Mack on unregularradio.com.
So, Mr. Simpson, are you there?
All right.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good, buddy. Tell us about the Extravaganja. What's happening over there?
Hey, listen, it's about 10,000 people here. They have a lot of fun. They smoking a lot of good goddamn fucking pot. They got some good music going on everywhere. They got a stage. They got bands. They have speakers. They even had a mass can speaker on there that spoke next to last, Carol Crab Burnham.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's a great day. What was the best?
Yes, it is.
That's awesome. What you've been hanging out in my former like stomping grounds. You've been hanging out with any of the CRC kids?
I've been having fun.
Did you introduce yourself to the CRC kids, man? You got to tell them you're Big Mike Simpson. They need to learn.
Is that right?
Yeah, they do.
Hey, listen, it's too bad you guys can't be here. I know this is your own stomping ground, and you really would like to be here, you know. And this little quad is really enjoyable. It's so packed and so full of so many vibrant people.
Awesome. You're there for us. You are there for us.
We're living through you right
And we're
now.
hearing it. We can hear it. That's why we like your call. You're right in the middle of it, aren't you?
Yeah, the table isn't like it was before, but things are going on. I'll tell you about some other stuff that's going on, some stuff that's, it's changed, but it's still fun here. Matt's here, Carol's here.
That's awesome.
My friend Jeff is here. Yeah, so you got a lot of mass can people. You got a lot of stuff for normal people. You got somebody from normal. What's his name? Dick
Evans. Dick Evans. Dick Evans.
Suit on.
Yep, Dick Evans. We had him on the show. Yeah, that's awesome.
He's supposed to come over, but he hadn't came over and met anybody over here yet. But I've seen him a little while ago.
Do you think there's more people there than last year?
Have I did what?
Do you think there's more people this year?
4 people?
Yeah, no. Do you think there's more people there this year than there was last year?
Oh, yeah. There's a hell of a lot more people than last year.
Really?
I mean, this place is packed. I mean, last year it was crowded, but it's really crowded now, and it's only one day. Last year it was 2 days.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Yeah, I talked to Terry Franklin earlier. He said that they're thinking about going back next year for another 2 days.
Wow.
This is, these people here, it's after 5, and this place is jam tight, and it's only going to be here for another hour, then it's over.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
We used to, when I was running the festival, we used to fantasize if we could make it a camp out and let people stay over for the night and do 2 nights in a row, which would be epic. But then it would completely be a festival at that point. It's already kind of turned into one. How's the police reaction to the giant crowd?
They're not bothering anybody from what I can see. They're not showing the presence. They showed the presence last year on that Sunday when they was ticketing people and getting them out of the middle of the hill and bringing them up to the sidewalk and giving them a citation for having pot. But this year, they're not there, unless they're going to come more closer to 6 o'clock. But last year, I didn't see them. I do see a statue down there with a
on a bike. So they might have a one bike cop around here, but not very visual.
One bike cop for 10,000 kids. You really think there's 10,000 people there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they smoking big boolies here. I mean, they getting it on, and they got a cat here. He makes these pipes. They got 3 lines on them. They made out of different alcoholic beverages.
Oh wow!
Smith, Jim Beam, Canadian Club, Beat Fitter, Absolute Vodka, Smirnoff, Poland Springs, all kind of shit.
You're in heaven.
That's hilarious.
Hey, this is fucked upville land here right now. You can fucked up. You can smoke some really great shit.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy to hear it, man.
Yeah.
We're happy you're having so much fun. I do wish I could be there with you, but we're glad you're there representing the 2 Hotheads and you know what I'm saying?
And, y'all have a lot of goddamn fun there. I know what the fuck y'all doing in that studio.
Oh yeah, yes you do.
Yes you do. You can smell it. You can smell it.
Yeah, well, hey, listen, if you got them, smoke them.
Thank you, Simpson.
Thank you, Mr. Mike Simpson.
So, I'm going to let y'all go.
All right, man.
What I'm doing, I'm going to come for my radio show.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. All right,
So,
man.
I'll see you later.
I'll talk to you.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
That was Big Simpson.
That was awesome.
Oh, he's
having a
killing
great
it.
time. He's making me wicked jealous
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
that was like really.
I almost didn't want to hear that.
Yeah, well, we should pay him for this.
I'm like,
I mean, that was a fucking professional spot from.
Yeah, seriously.
He killed it.
I really was amazed. That really was.
Yeah.
It was so professional.
It was like
More subdued than it usually is.
Oh
thankfully.
yeah, he's getting good on our show.
Man on the street.
He knows he knows what he's doing on our show.
Yeah.
now.
He's having so much fun, man. He can't even he's already. I'm so jealous. I wish I was there.
Yeah.
Extravaganja, man. Many experiences, many awesome times spent at Extravaganja. I'll be back next year. We'll have to do it. We'll have to broadcast.
We'll broadcast live, or you'll call in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I'll stay here.
No.
I'm a hermit.
Coming with me.
I stayed at Boston. I don't know why. I just, I don't like to travel that much.
Come on, dude.
Me either.
City of Bostonophobic. Like agoraphobic.
I love Cambridge and Boston. I love coming into the station. It's like I love the phone calls. I mean, just to have that call today, it was cool. That was great. Simpson.
We had some great calls today. We had some awesome guests today. We're filled. We're at capacity right now.
Yeah, we still
in
have people
the Unregular Radio studios.
And we wanted to talk to more people too. That from the Occupy today. We missed Valerie already, and someone else. Who else do we have? Let's talk. Well, we're gonna give away the vaporizer today.
Oh man!
Next break. We're running out of time. We might go over even. Let's talk to Valerie about what did you think about today first.
I thought it was great. I thought the turnout was good. I wish more people had come, but I think that since you said a lot of people joined your site after you sent out the flyers, that you might have a lot more interest from people that actually didn't show up.
Yeah,
but they'll support you online, which that's fine too.
Absolutely. And they'll be at the next one.
And maybe they'll be at the next one.
Yeah.
People have to stop being afraid. I mean, the police came and they watched us for a little while, and then they left us alone.
Yep.
So it was a little nerve-wracking at first, but they generally don't bother protesters as long as you're being polite and you're not blocking the sidewalk. And we were yelling and chanting, and they stayed away from us. So more people should come out. Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to stand up for what you believe in.
I think today there are a lot of things going on. Definitely. I mean, you just heard from Simpson. He would have been there.
10,000 people.
10,000 people from our
I don't know if I
community.
buy it. I don't know if I buy it. I don't think 10,000
away.
people can even fit on that comment.
Yeah. 10,000 people 2 hours away are hanging out. A lot of them are from Boston. So
yeah, and the cops aren't bothering them either. They're not afraid. It's awesome. That's
There's too many
serious
of
power
them.
enough.
There's too many of them. That's why. That's the
True.
secret.
Solidarity.
Power in
exactly.
numbers.
And we don't need more than when myself and Prospect Hill took on the mayor, we had 5 people.
Yeah.
And we won against the mayor. You don't really need more than 5 people to really do anything. That's really the truth. So
Well, it's just 5 people that were chanting and marching, but lots of people were watching.
Yeah.
We went through Faneuil
And we had
Hall.
more than 5 people
Yes.
today.
Yeah.
617-606-41.
It's the people 25 people in the studio right now.
Yeah. How many people we got in the studio?
We got
15, 10,
Wow.
12?
We've had
Someone We also should try to get Nikki on the microphone. Nikki, you haven't talked today, have you? And Garrett, have you been on? Garrett, no. Come on.
Yeah, we gotta. Here you go. Lovely.
What
Miss
did you think
Nikki.
about today, Nikki?
I thought it was awesome. I mean, you know, you talk about like 5 people can make a real difference. I think there was like more than 30 people out there, and the chants were incredible. It was peaceful. Some bike cops rolled up, but you know, I gotta say, Martha Coakley, medical marijuana isn't a headache. You know what the headache is that
it actually helps alleviate the pain from headaches.
It's that, you know, I can't get it anywhere. I just got into a car accident last year, and I don't know what else would get me through. I was taking Advil every day, and it was making me sick.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's like, I go down to the State House every chance I get to, you know, speak out for medical marijuana legalization, and, you know, they're going to start listening, and I really think they are. You know, we got like a lot of responses from them for the tax and regulate, and I was just down there for the medical hearing, and the room was silence. I mean, I'm very happy to be able to come out with such a great group of people, so dedicated. And you know, the first day I stepped into the State House, I never thought that I would meet such incredible activists, and we're going to do it. And this March, everyone's got to come out. This was fun, safe, and it's just amazing to just see so many people like in Faneuil Hall just having like high fives.
Yeah.
All the pictures are going up on freemassmedia.com,
That's awesome.
by the way, and we got some great films. So thank you for putting this together. This is awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Nikki.
KOP, and KOP's back.
TheKingofPop.com. And Dig Boston has received photos from Valerie Malta, so those hopefully are going up on digboston.com.
And
yes.
I want to send special thanks to my husband because that medical marijuana is a headache. You know, this is medical marijuana's headache.
That was in the Dig Boston.
Tommy said, click send, and I was like, okay, because, you know, some of that stuff comes out and it stays on the computer, but, you know, that he was really some inspiration behind all of that.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Good job, too. Yeah, you did all the photos and the graphics for this whole campaign, which...
And it looks awesome.
Yeah,
It
the
makes
Dig
us look
ate it
so-
up. They put that, like, that's the #1 thing you see, that photo.
We had so much fun.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nikki.
And we got Garrett Kirkland here, too. Garrett's a freedom fighter. What did you think about today? You had a megaphone. You had...
Yeah, well, you know, I thought it was great. People come out and practice their First Amendment, you know, and it's really time for, you know, society as a whole, especially like in our state, to realize that the majority of us want this. They're okay with it. Like, well, you know, at least it's the best alternative. Like, that's really like the worst criticism you get. So, you know, people just need to start coming out and be like, listen, this is what we want, and demonstrating to get those things using that First Amendment right.
That's it. And you'll see more of that. It's upcoming. 2 Hotheads and Cannabis.
And we have switching gears a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
But not entirely
show?
in terms of you know,
The big-
medicinal use of a plant that we all know and love. We have a vaporizer, a Vapor Brothers vaporizer, to give away on the show today. And I know that this has been a serious competition. And
So we got to read the 3 finalists. You
oh,
know
absolutely.
who they were, right?
Do we have it on?
I have Carl Caswell.
Oh well, yes.
Who was here today at the rally. He was supporting.
We got Rich Fu right next to me.
Hey, yo.
Listen to that voice. Golden voice.
The golden voice. The man with the golden voice next to you. And over here, do you know this gentleman?
Spencer.
Spencer.
Of course.
What's going Spencer. How do we say your name? Chaucy.
Chaucy.
Spencer Chaucy.
A very worthy opponent.
So you guys gonna fight to the death? Or are you gonna duel? I think we should read, or I don't know if we have it up though, but
The thread?
there were some really amazing
Comments.
posts that you guys, comments and also the pleas that you guys had for why you should get the vaporizer were like really impressive. Did either of you guys want to speak about why you want this vaporizer?
You can go first, man. Up to you.
Okay.
I used cannabis for 2 different reasons, for PTSD and stemming from an accident that I had as a child, getting hit by a car. I see a chiropractor twice a month for that. Also, I had written that I'd also often thought of purchasing a vaporizer to teach other people alternative ways to smoke cannabis rather than through smoke. A vaporizer, it heats it up through steam, and you inhale it that way, and it's a much more effective way to smoke, I hear. So,
consume is the word. That's what you want to say. It's a safer way to consume.
Consume marijuana.
Or I use it for medicine, I guess.
It's actually also really efficient, and it like gets the job done. Like with a lot less weed.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yep.
You get good bang for your buck.
Especially if it's free.
Yeah, there you go, right? And so you guys had quite a battle online for this thing. There was like vote almost playing. There was like who's gonna vote for who, and oh my God, she didn't vote for me, or he voted for this guy over me, and back and forth, and you guys were having fun with it and laughing, and then there was a deal struck, kind of, wasn't there? Because it was getting to be madness. It was like, what happened?
Well, I know towards the end. I mean, the fact is, that was probably one of the funnest days I've ever had on Facebook. And, my stomach was hurting at the end of the night from laughing so goddamn hard all throughout the day through looking at the posts and making them. So I decided that the day was over. We had our fun with it, so I made a peace offering, which was, hey, listen, if you don't run, I'll basically give you the Vortex gravity bong that I have, that I dubbed the Head Ripper, and namely so. And with that said, he said he could use one of them. So basically what we did is we figured out a way to make both people winners no matter what.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. That's so awesome.
So you're giving it? Are you regretting it at all? Because the Vortex is a good piece of it.
No, the truth of the matter is, I used it for like 3 days. All right, straight.
Yeah.
It blew the back of my head off.
Yep.
All right. I had to repair.
I've done that one night at one of these parties with the Vortex. Yeah.
Yeah. With that said, I realized I don't need it that powerful. Yeah. I'm happy with my chill. I'm happy with the roll here and there. Nice biscuit. And I figured a nice vaporizer would save my lungs because I've been smoking for, well over 15 years.
And I think what Heather said, too, save you some money.
Yes.
Well, I was going to say that I remember reading your post, and yours was incredibly compelling because of the medical reasons why you consume cannabis. So I was wondering if you could talk about that a little bit.
Well, I was first diagnosed with PTSD when I was 13 years old. And as I got older, I had my fun in high school, drinking, doing many other things. And, what it came down to was the only thing that allowed me to get through my PTSD and utilize my subconscious mind was the marijuana. And I was able to find myself by looking within myself. When other medications would actually blind me to myself and to the world around me, which did nobody any good.
Right.
And with that said, later on, I got into a very bad car accident, in fact, 2 of them, both by very negligent drivers. That took me out of my line of work, shattered my kneecap, along with, massive back injuries to where I'll never be climbing a ladder again, never return to my work. In essence, I'll still be smoking every single day. And, sure, I do smoke sometimes for the joy of it, but overall, it is a very highly medical and therapeutical device. For me, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Because I can't take the opiates every day.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Or even Tylenol.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm got the pain. You get that daily back pain. It don't even have to be a lot. It's just like, imagine someone, this is basically what it is. Imagine someone was squeezing your spinal cord every moment of every day. It's not like, or just laying on you. It's not like immediate pain, but it just builds after a while. And if you take a Tylenol every day, a lot of times, myself, your stomach is whacked. You can't eat. You feel like crap because it starts eating
You're drained. You spent energy actually fighting the results of the medication rather than fighting the pain. And what you're talking about is a harsh reality. Like, even when somebody's trying to teach you something, you're trying to learn something. Imagine this, trying to pick up a lesson and learn it with somebody stabbing you in the back with a knife. Just repeatedly stabbing you, meanwhile you're trying to memorize this one bit of information for something.
Right.
You can't.
You can't do it.
But you smoke that joint, and the stabbing's gone.
And now your submind is actually focused on what you're actually doing instead of sitting there going, oh my God, I friggin' hurt and I want to lay down. So now you focus.
You guys both experienced some serious trauma. You have really similar stories. I think it's amazing that you came to this agreement because that's wonderful. You both clearly deserve to have an awesome, brand new, fabulous smoking device, which I hope you will be taking full advantage of today.
Oh, you're damn right.
Now I got to go run down to my car and make sure it hasn't gotten stolen in Boston. I should have brought it up in the studio, but I'm going to go run down right now because we got to get pictures with this thing.
All right, but we should this is a great way to end our show with a giveaway to Mr. Rich Foo. You completely deserve it. Couldn't have gone to a better guy, except for Spencer, of course, who will be getting his Gravity Vortex. So,
and let's hear from Vapor Brothers. VaporBrothers.com.
Can I say a quick thing? Make sure to watch the new upcoming shows with KOP Productions, Rich Foo, Perceptions of a Madman. There's going to be some killer stuff. And please make sure to tune in and visit KOPProductions.com and KingofPot.com.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you to the King of Pot, to Valerie, his wife, to all the amazing people in here, to Nikki and Tommy for Free Mass Media, to Garrett and Patrick, and all the folks who are out there.
And Heather Mack, and Newman, Carmelita, Unregular Radio.
Oh, man. Did we get them all? You all rock.
I think so, pretty much. We tried. If we missed anyone, we love you. Thank you for supporting us.
Thank you, everybody, for the vaporizer, too.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you next week and in the streets pretty soon. Again.
2 Hotheads on Cannabis, Unregular Radio. See you next week.
Radio Unleashed, unregularradio.com.